Hello everybody, it's Lady Mina and I'm back with this week's event tutorial. Please ignore my voice, it is just gonna be like that. I did not make a dupe of this week's suit because we don't really have anything like this VIP suit. I wish that this suit had dropped at the start of October because then I could have bought it. Because next week we are going to have a $100 suit. Almost certainly next week the $100 post suit I showed you all last week will drop. We'll take a look at that again, as well as the new pool that is going to drop. It is a VIP pool, but we'll discuss that at the end of the video. I'll put all the spoilers at the end. Anybody else have trouble opening this? Maybe it's a slightly curved screen I have, but I always struggle to open that. So Candy Knight's tags are Magic at 12k, Ardor at 6k, Western at 4k, Wild, Sweet, and Smart at 2k. I did look up which suits were stronger in the Magic tag, but I have now forgotten them. If you are ever unsure about a tag, you can just go into the collection and search from within there any tags at all and see what suits rank in that. Unfortunately, they are not in order, but see, Dragon's Treasure is rank Magic at 12,000, so that's pretty strong. That's a pool suit. Lost City is Magic at 6k, so that's not as strong. Love Promise is Magic at 6k. I thought there was a pose suit that had Magic at 12k though. Oh, these two suits are the spoiler tag suits. Magic Oracle is this week's event suit, which she's stunning. I do love her. She's very cute. Is it Rose Witch? No. Unicorn Promise? No. Okay, so I think actually the current strongest magic suit is this one at 12k. She might actually defeat the current event suit in tag strength just because she starts out at 12k before you level her. Let's go ahead and take a look at her tagline and her story. The details on this suit are so cute. Are the wings separate? Oh, her little wings are separate. I like her little tattered fabric wings, and it looks like she's being held up by like little winged cat demons. She's super cute, but she's also not particularly wearable when it's not spooky season, unless you wear spooky season stuff year round, in which case, my sister, I love you. She's so cute. I'm really debating about buying this, but I want the $100 suit next week, and that's really a lot. $150, it's a lot, so we'll see what happens with that. Come on, let's explore this fantasy land. Sweet candies land on her hair. With her wand in hand, she embarks on her journey. She leaves her footprints all over the world. Trick or treat. Wait. Treat or trick. Okay, treat or trick. Let's turn everyone's lemons into lemonade. We spread happiness to every home. The night is a fairy tale forevermore. Do you know which jar holds the candies? Oh, and her background piece. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And so like interesting. It's got it's so anime. There's something so like the shading on the fence, the jack-o'-lanterns. I mean, she's so cute. Which is why I wish she had not dropped immediately the week before a $100 suit. That does make it difficult to budget out things like that, but that's that suit. Let's go ahead and cover the event suit, and then after that we can do the new servant, and then after that we'll do some spoilers. So Smooth Rise event, I think we've played many times before. If you are not on a new server, then you have played this one. The key is to pick 3 directions when you are swiping and not go in the 4th direction at all. So let me get some more currency here. So my 3 directions are up, down and right. I will never go left because whatever direction you swipe in, that's where the new girl has the potential to spawn. And what you don't want is to spawn one in the corner where your strongest girl is held. You want to keep one of them in one corner and just work everybody towards that corner. You can see I've made a mistake here by having this miss, so I'm just going to sack her. Swap is the most expensive one to purchase if I remember correctly, but it's very useful. And then grade can be used to upgrade a girl, and what you want to do is use the upgrades smartly and only upgrade when you are about to merge, just like I did, so that you can get the most powerful concubine. You want to eventually get to Empress, which is what all of these are, so these are empty, and we wait for Empress to fill that out. Every time you get another grade level unlocked, you will get a little prize, either a swap, a sack, a writ, or several of each, depending on what rank concubine that you just created. And then you can work from there. I like this event type, but it is very, very tedious. So I have show both turned on. I can also do show images only and show titles only, depending on how you want to play the game. I prefer to have both because I get some of the titles confused with each other. This suit is a rare Magic Oracle. She is just, she's beautiful. That wig is going to be so useful. That crown is just, I love the details on it. It could be used for a mermaid suit with a trident. It could be used just as a queen. It's versatile, and the suit itself, the dress has so many details. And unlike last week's suit, this one is not a scam and is easy to get. If you're wondering, no, I did not complete last week's suit. I messed up. And I missed a day and I didn't finish it, and I'm so angry. It's just miserable. Now I'm going to have to get it from Good Luck Call in 6 months. This suit it's a rare, so the tags aren't really worth going over, but it's Western, mysterious magic, elegant, quiet, and decent. The tagline says, "It's time. Put your hands on the crystal ball." The room is filled with a mysterious fragrance. The fortune teller is sitting behind the table, her face unclear. "Lost soul, what would you like to know? Do you want to learn about your love life or your career? Relax, listen to your heart, and pick a card. Fear not, I will answer all your questions." She's a fortune teller, so Magic Oracle, of course, oracles told the future, so she can tell the future. I really do like her. She's right up there with some of the other really usable suits. Her final cost is only 1,865 gold, so definitely get her if you are a fan of purple suits. Let's go ahead and discuss the next purple item on the list. It is Zhang Liao. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He is our new Yin servant. You will have 20 free pulls over the course of the 20 days of his event. In awards, you can see you will also get one more card for 10 pulls, 25 for one more card at 25 pulls as well. And then every so often you will get either debris or more pulls. These are just more pulls. There's not a higher chance of getting him or anything like that. They're just a free pull in the event. We can also go into records and see over the last 2 days I didn't pull anything. We can see the details right over here. Replace function will tell you how expensive it would be to get another copy of him. So you would need 4 copies of Zhang Liao in order to get a 4-star red. This is very easy to use. It is free during the course of his event, but it costs a lot of gold if you are going to try to do it with the replace function in recruit. So if you come over here, you can see replace is here as well. So let's say I wanted to replace Lady Hebe with Ma Chao. I will need 6 copies of Ma Chao and 7,200 gold. So if I want to do a 4-star like I just had it with Zhang Liao, you can see that it would be 3,000 gold. That is worth it at higher servant levels like my own. If I were to replace one of my, let's see, if I wanted to replace my, he's locked so I can't even look it up, I have to go unlock him. But let's say I wanted to replace Lord Lan Ling. Let's unlock him and see how many copies of the new guy I would need to get and how much gold I would need to get. So let's pull up replace. Yin. Oh, he's in my array. I forgot. I have to take him out of the array too. How difficult. Okay. Replace. Just to see how much it costs, I have to remove him from my array. Oh my god. Okay, so I would need 15 copies of whatever servant I wanted. And you can see I can only use Yin Yang servants because he is a Yin Yang. And I would need 27,000 gold. So 15 copies of Zhang Liao and 27,000 gold. If you can do it for free while the event is ongoing, I recommend it. If you can't, it does work out to be cheaper because you will lose less. It costs a lot of servant debris, it costs a lot of fate stones, it costs a lot of EXP and coins to get your servants up that high, and so it ends up working out to replace them using that. It's a higher gold cost, but it's a lower cost than everything else. I think you get something like, not that suit again. I think you get something like 25 or 30 pulls in here if you use your gold pulls every day. So you can recruit 10 times for 2,000 gold, given that you get about 1,200 gold per servant. That's 10 more free pulls. So that's 10 more pulls every 2 days. So it ends up being 100 more recruits. So you end up getting to 120. If you get up to 120, you get 1 copy of him guaranteed from in here from the debris, as well as 5, 6, 7 more pulls. So that's 127 more pulls. With that, you can get a decent amount of him. You will also get a free copy of him from his event called Honest General. This is just from completing your dailies. You'll get a free copy of him. If you are not building him, go ahead and lock his debris and trade him in the tea house. So this is very useful. Somebody in your guild is almost certainly going to be building him because he is a yin yang servant. So you will be able to post him in here and trade your guild members for other items that you need for other copies of servants. The guild house, the tea house, is an incredible resource once you get up to a high enough level. As you can see in my guild, we have a pretty active trading system going on. Let's take a look at some of his skills and his uses. So let's go ahead and trial him in. Well, actually, let's pull this up right here so we can see his skills. It says he's a guard and he has Eat Soul like many other yins. Eat Soul is a debuff for the enemy team. It lowers their it does something to them. Let's see. Eat Soul. The unit with this debuff loses user's attack times 30% HP after 2 rounds. It disappears when it takes effect and can be stacked. So every round he has the chance to use Eat Soul. Eat Soul takes 30% of his attack. So whatever his attack is, right now his attack is 20k, so 30% of 20k, so like 6,000, something like that, will be, it'll take like 6,000 HP from the enemy, given that some of our servants have HP in the 200,000s. 6% may not seem like a lot, but the fact that this stacks is what makes it such a useful skill. Eat Soul is dropped on enemies by almost every yin servant, and then Lord Lan Ling that we saw on my team, he actually activates the debuff, so he can set it off, and all of them will set off, whether they were just put on this round or put on a round ago or 2 rounds ago. He sets them off, so that makes him useful for all yin teams or high yin teams. He himself does not drop Eat Soul, but Zhang Liao does drop Eat Soul. So that's what that is. If we come over here to Shake World, his first skill, he uses 105% of his attack damage to all enemies and has a high chance to cause extra damage that is his current HP with a low chance to add Silent. So Silent is a freeze skill. It makes the enemy team unable to use their active skill for 2 rounds. That's a great debuff. It's a fantastic debuff, especially against teams that drop Eat Soul and other active buffs like that. So that's super, super useful to defend against certain other teams. He also has I know he has an AoE, so it's this one. Frightened enemy is the AoE, so he attacks all of the back row, so he attacks multiple enemies at a time. This is his buffs for himself, and then you can see here he also has Store Energy, which is a passive skill. In a new round when his HP is less than 30%, Store Energy will be triggered. He will dispel all debuffs on himself and regain 20% of his own HP. With damage reduction and immune control added to himself for 4 rounds, only once in a battle. That is crazy. He removes all debuffs and gains 20% of his energy back. That's a wild skill to have, particularly in a Yin servant. Now, I will say, it says he's a guard, but I used him in the trial and I did not see him actually do any guarding. Like, I don't think he jumped in front of anybody at any point, but let's go ahead and watch this happen again. So we will go ahead and do my current mission, and we'll just watch this fight play out. And I've replaced him with Lonling so that I can keep my 5 element buff. So there we go, we just saw his, let's do it at 1x speed. We just saw his buff go down, or his AoE. At 2x speed, you can really see the little sparkles of that heart shield. I think Liao puts that shield on people. Well, you can see he's taking a lot of damage against this team, but this is quite a strong team on the other side here. So there's his single attack. And I think this flame is one of his buffs for himself. If we click down here to status view, we can see what buffs and debuffs are on each player. So he has crit immune, defense, damage reduction up, and then his passive skill. Attack decreases by 20 rounds for 4 rounds. No dispel. Let's see if we can get him to do the AoE again. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Oh, he triggered a second one, so that's because he has Lonling's double AP Jade, so that means he attacks twice. He has a certain percent of attacking twice. We are going to let this battle play out all the way to the end, not because we need to see the skills again, but because I want to show you guys the battle review document at the end of every fight, so we can take a look at how much damage he did, how much damage he reduced, and how much of himself he healed, because all of those stats are available at the end of fights. If you did not know, that is available. And we'll be able to take a look at it in just a moment as soon as we finally kill Lu Bu, who's really a very difficult person to kill because he keeps reviving, and that's infuriating. If you're thinking about getting him for your team, he's a great guy to have for your team. If you need a fire servant, he's great. Just watch him go. Okay, there we go. Here it is, statistics. So if you click open statistics, you can take a look at all of the damage that your servants dealt. So that's going to be red, DPS. Heal is green, and then damage is blue. So you can see that Kai Wenji did not deal a lot of damage. She did not take a lot of damage either. She's my strategist. I don't really expect her to deal damage. She mostly exists for buffs. And then we've got Shang Yu and Li Bai, who are two warriors. You would expect them to deal quite a lot of damage, and they do. Li Bai did some healing. He has a self-heal jade. We can see Zhang Liao did heal himself. He does have that skill, if we remember correctly. He is able to heal himself. And then, of course, Baldi has max healing, not a lot of damage, and he took some damage, but he did a lot of healing, as we would expect from my healer. That is all of that. Now, to get to the fun stuff, I want to talk about next week. What's happening next week? We're going to pull up collection. We're going to go into gorgeous clothes, and I'm going to show you guys again. If you missed last week's video, I'll show you in this week's video. The $100 posed suit that will be dropping next week. I can't confirm that it's next week, but given that next week is Halloween and this is such a Halloween suit, I'm gonna just say it. I'm guessing this is a suit that's gonna drop next week. She's a posed suit, so she's gonna be $100. There is a face with her. The face that she is wearing that may or may not come next week, but she is just amazing. I mean, her pose is so dynamic. Everything that's going on across the screen. If we flip her posture, we can take a look at her unposed version. Those shoes are so cute. Okay, so that is Puppet Whisper. Let's go into luxurious clothes and talk about Eerie Flame. That's going to be dropping next week, I think. Yep, so this is going to be next week's Halloween event suit. She's very cute, traditional Chinese ghost style. And then if we scroll all the way to the bottom, we can see Love and Hate. And in Love and Hate, there are 2 new suits added. This is going to be a VIP only pool. Unfortunately, every pool is going to cost real money, but the 2 suits are incredible, as well as the 2 backgrounds. Also, the faces will be in the pools just like last time. So Devil's Movement and let's just go back. Devil's Movement and Holy Envoy will be available in there, as well as chat sets and other items. So look forward to that next week. Spend wisely. See you then.